On May 5 this year, Chinese leaders arrived in Paris by special plane for an important state visit to France. The focus of this visit was mainly on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the Ukrainian crisis. In the end, the two countries reached a consensus, hoping to stop fighting and restore peace as soon as possible. It is worth mentioning that the conversation between the leaders of the two countries also stimulated the possibility of reaching some kind of cooperation. Because China's largest airline is planning to purchase 100 large wide-body aircraft. According to the previous successful cooperation examples between the two sides, the A330neo of Airbus of France is likely to be the aircraft model for this cooperation. Once this project is completed, I think it will undoubtedly be a huge threat to Boeing. But what makes us curious is that China has been able to independently produce C919 large passenger aircraft, so why does it still need to buy 100 aircraft from other countries? Can this order worth tens of billions of dollars be successfully completed in the end? If you find today's video interesting, be sure to subscribe to the Insider Truth channel so you won't miss any exciting videos. Now let's get into today's topic. In 1903, the Wright brothers of the United States successfully invented the airplane for the first time, which opened a new chapter in the global aviation industry. Today, airplanes have a 120-year history of development. But in the field of manufacturing large commercial aircraft, there are currently only 3 countries in the world that have such manufacturing capabilities: Boeing in the United States, Airbus in Europe, and Comac in China. As the two giants in the global aviation industry, Boeing and Airbus dominate the market share, and their technology and product line strength are also first class. Compared with these two companies, China's aviation manufacturing industry started late, but it is also catching up with them rapidly. In recent years, we have gradually discovered that Airbus is catching up with Boeing. According to the aircraft order record in 2023, Airbus delivered a total of more than 1,000 aircraft in this year. In 2023, Airbus added a total of 2,100 aircraft orders and successfully delivered 730 aircraft, an increase of 11% year-on-year, and the reserve order volume reached 8,600 aircraft. In contrast, Boeing added only 1,300 aircraft orders in 2023 and delivered 530 aircraft. Although it has increased from 480 in 2022, Boeing's reserve order volume is only more than 5,700 aircraft. Since China's C919 was only developed in recent years, the number of orders cannot be compared with Boeing and Airbus. But it is worth noting that C919 has also received nearly 1,400 orders in 2023, which shows that the aircraft it produces are gradually accepted and recognized by the global market. As China continues to develop and improve its aviation manufacturing industry, China will have greater room for development in the international aviation market in the future. Recently, it was revealed that China's largest airline plans to purchase more than 100 wide-body aircraft to expand its international route operation capabilities and meet market demand. After comprehensive consideration, Chinese airlines did not consider Boeing's aircraft, but chose Airbus's A330neo aircraft. At present, the airline is in in-depth negotiations on the relevant terms of the purchase of 100 aircraft orders. Although the specific signing time has not yet been determined, there are signs that they may sign the order at the Farnborough Air Show next month. Once successfully signed, this is one of the largest aircraft orders signed by the two countries this year. For Airbus, this order will further consolidate their market position in China and also pose a huge threat to Boeing. But what is strange is that since China has already developed the C919 aircraft, why does it still need to purchase 100 A330neo aircraft from Airbus? China currently has a population of over 1.4 billion. This large population base makes the country's demand for aircraft far greater than any other country. According to statistics, in the past 5 years, China has vigorously expanded its civil airport facilities, adding 24 airports, bringing the total number of existing civil airports to 259, and the number of general airports to 399. Despite the existing large facilities, many cities in China are actively planning more new airports. It is expected that the total number of airports will increase to 270 by 2025. Obviously, China's current number of aircraft can no longer meet this rapid infrastructure growth. It is predicted that in order to support the expansion of airports and promote people's travel and economic and trade development, China will need to introduce at least 7,900 new aircraft in the future. Although China has begun to put its independently developed C919 aircraft into use, the current production volume is still relatively limited. In the 2024 plan, only 13 C919 aircraft will be delivered, and it is expected that annual deliveries will increase to about 50 by 2027. Despite the improvement in productivity, such production is still far from meeting China's huge demand for aircraft. More importantly, although the C919 has already started commercial flight missions, the current focus should be on obtaining more airworthiness certifications and reducing the failure rate, rather than simply increasing the number of production. In this context, the Chinese market still needs to introduce more aircraft from international manufacturers to meet the growing domestic demand. One of the main reasons why China is considering introducing the A330neo aircraft is that its market positioning is significantly different from that of the C919. The A330neo is equipped with advanced Trent 7000 engines. This new engine significantly reduces fuel consumption and extends the range by optimizing aerodynamic performance, making it an ideal choice for long-distance regional routes. Due to the obvious differences in the design concepts and market services of the two aircraft, the C919 mainly serves the domestic short-haul market, while the A330neo focuses on the long-haul route market. In terms of aircraft design, the C919 attaches great importance to the comfort experience of passengers. It uses advanced composite materials, efficient air filtration systems, and humanized scene lighting systems to significantly improve passenger comfort and safety. In contrast, Airbus's A330neo introduced an innovative airspace cabin solution, which significantly improved the overall flight experience by improving ambient lighting, enhancing passenger comfort, and optimizing onboard services. It is foreseeable that with these comprehensive considerations, Airbus will have a great chance of reaching cooperation with China's largest airline. But for Boeing, this is not good news. In fact, Boeing has predicted that China will need at least 8,500 new aircraft in the next 20 years. This undoubtedly reflects Boeing's strong desire to return to the Chinese market. However, in recent years, due to the continued sanctions and suppression of Chinese companies by the United States in terms of cooperation and transactions, Boeing's business cooperation with China has decreased by about 85%. In fact, Chinese airlines have not purchased Boeing-made aircraft for 5 consecutive years. In addition, Boeing's aircraft have frequently encountered safety accidents and quality problems in recent years, which has seriously damaged its reputation. In particular, in 2018 and 2019, Lion Air in Indonesia and Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft suffered fatal air crashes one after another, killing a total of 346 people. The two accidents triggered a widespread grounding of the model worldwide, which lasted for nearly 2 years. By 2024, the Boeing 737 MAX still had at least 8 safety accidents. Boeing's quality management problems have also led to a significant decline in the speed of aircraft delivery. The delivery speed of the 737 model has dropped by 40%, and the delivery of the 777X model has been far away. In this context, Chinese airlines have to turn to buying Airbus aircraft. It is worth mentioning that this is not the first time that China has purchased Airbus aircraft. As early as 2022, China had ordered a large number of A320neo series aircraft from Airbus, purchasing a total of 292 aircraft, with a transaction volume of an astonishing $35 billion. Now, China plans to purchase 100 A320neo aircraft again. If this cooperation is successful, it will further consolidate Airbus's leadership in the Chinese market in the next few years and help Airbus competitiveness in the global aviation market. For Boeing, this decision by China is undoubtedly a major challenge. After all, Boeing has long hoped to reopen the door to the Chinese market, but due to the tensions in Sino-US relations and the frequent safety accidents and quality problems of Boeing in recent years, Boeing's share in the international market has been significantly affected. Now, China's favor for Airbus has obviously made Boeing's situation more difficult. So, what do you think of the impact and role of China's plan to purchase 100 A320neo aircraft? Before we end today's video, remember to hit that shiny subscribe button. This way you will receive more insider information on projects as soon as possible. Looking forward to sharing with you next time.